Hey, welcome back, everybody. I got a really great discussion for y'all today. Today we're going to talk about the big R, racism. This segment is going to be called The Hypocrisy of Racism in America. Racism, for those of you who don't know, is wrong. And what's funny is that in America, the most racist people will often be the people saying that racism is wrong. It's kind of like how liars look at you closely to make sure you believe the lie. Only people who are super racist are that conscious of what they are saying. Because if you're really speaking from the heart, if you're really just saying the things that are on your mind, you're going to say stuff that can sometimes be misinterpreted. I do it all the time. I got love for everybody. And I firmly believe, this is just my philosophy, that everyone has the right every day to be able to go as far as their talent can take them, and to be treated with some kind of dignity and respect. That is all that I feel like that's what we owe each other. We ain't all owed the same quality of life. You know, there's going to be things that are good for some people, bad for other people, but I do firmly believe that that is what's necessary for us to be able to coexist as a society. Now, that being said, we're talking about the hypocrisy of racism. So, let me define racism. According to the dictionary, racism is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior, or the belief that all members of each race have characteristics or abilities specific to that race, especially so as to distinguish it as inferior or superior to another race or races. So, that is the definition of racism. The definition of racism is, oh, he told a joke about a black guy one time, he's racist. Or as part of a comedy sketch, he put on blackface, you're racist. Or he took a movie that had African American character. Like, it's ridiculous. If it's done as part of a joke or whatever, like, it's not racist. It's a joke. Maybe a bad joke, but it's a joke. Nobody said shit when Dave Chappelle, funniest comedian alive, would put on whiteface when he was on Chappelle's show to do the hoity-toity white guy. We all laughed our asses off. But then somebody wants to do blackface for a Saturday Night Live sketch and, oh my God, the horror. It's hypocrisy. And then there's nothing worse. If you're going to be hateful, be hateful. Don't try to sprinkle no candy on some shit and call it, sprinkle some sugar on some shit and call it candy. But here's the hypocrisy of racism in America. So, I don't know about you, but when I get bored, I like to get on social media. And, of course, with everything going on with Mr. Floyd's death, you know, you have a lot of people trying to protest the system that, in their mind, is encouraging things like that to happen. Right or wrong, that is what they believe. But the stuff that they're posting is the most racist shit ever. Because if you remember the definition, just to put it down into more reasonable terms, anytime you make broad generalizations about large groups of people because of the color of their skin, you are racist. So when you post shit and say all white people are racist, that is no difference to saying all black people are thugs. And the fact that you see a difference between it really just means you're an idiot. Or you're just so focused on yourself and your point of view that you're not really willing to think logically about it. And I'll be honest, like it's really that mindset, that hypocrisy of all white people are racist. The system is better for this people, because of this. It really kind of draws in is that people like to bully, like while they're protesting being bullied. Because anytime you're like, oh, if you white, you can't speak up. You can't have an opinion on things that are happening in your country because of the color of your skin. Because someone who looked like you 100 years ago or 60 years ago did some fucked up shit. Like, imagine how ludicrous, think about how ludicrous that mindset is. Because someone who looked like you did some shit 100 years ago, you're supposed to pay for it. But at the same time, we're going to protest profiling by the police that said just because someone that looked like me robbed a liquor store don't mean I should be paying for it. Like, it's a ridiculous, illogical notion. Because here's the real truth that we don't like to think about, and I'll be honest, it's the reason why I don't really focus that much on racism. I'll be honest, I don't care if Joe Blow down the street don't like me. Cool. I ain't losing no sleep over it. He ain't paying my bills. It's not affecting my money. I don't really care. But here's my experience. So I'm black. I went to all white schools. I've hung out with everybody. And what I have found is that everybody, black people especially, has some shit that they say right or wrong and have their own prejudice against other people. And what we like to do, or what these leftists really decide to do, because we picking on them today, is excuse it. Oh, it's because of slavery. It's because of Jim Crow. That excuses their dislike or hatred towards people that didn't do nothing to them. Because that's fair. Right? That makes sense. That as a black people, you can have something messed up to say against Hispanics, or something against white people, or Asians, or, I'll be honest, people who are gay, and it's excused. There's no excuse for intolerance. I don't care what your skin color is. And the fact that we're okaying it proves that we don't really care about racism. We just want to be able to judge other people. And so when I see shit like, man, I'm white, I'm not going to speak on stuff, or man, you have white people that's like kneeling and like, I'm so sorry for, what my ancestors did. Like, I think it's fucking stupid, for one. And I think it really highlights how out of touch we are with reality. Because to me, I don't push my moral character on anybody. If you racist, you racist. Okay? That's on you. That's something you have to deal with in your life. But there's all sorts of moral issues that, to me, it's a bigger thing to be fighting for. I would much rather somebody be a racist than be somebody that's going to beat his wife. There's all kinds of character flaws that people have that I think takes higher priority and is a lot less hypocritical than trying to throw stones at people and judge people. So my opinion, say that joke. If it's funny, say it. And just don't get mad if someone else says a joke about you. But the idea that, because of color skin, I can't say nothing about you. I'm not allowed. If you really want to think about what it brings back up to is the times that you're using as a justification for the behavior. Because back in the day, if you made a joke about a white person on stage, they might kill you. Like, they didn't go in there. There were people before Richard Pryor, as a comedian, did not go there and make fun of white people. So you're basically saying, hey, this is what was going on. We say the behavior when you did it was not okay. It was wrong. But I'm going to okay that same behavior because I'm the one doing it now. It's my turn to bring in justice to other people. It's my turn to be racist because I'm going to judge all white people because of really nothing. Because people told me to. Like, there's no basis of it. Like, if you really think about it, when you're in these neighborhoods, like I'm in Arkansas, when I go to Southwest, I ain't looking over my shoulder worried that some crazy white boy is going to show up there and shoot me. What does that got to do with anything with the problems that you facing on a daily in your neighborhood? Like, it's a fallacy. It's a, I don't want to deal with the stuff going on, so I'm going to find the outside person to blame my shit on. That's all it is. It's ridiculous. And they got to stop.